Punky Pam, first one to the chat. Internet. Internet. Oh, Internet. It is Wednesday. Let's talk about the year 2072. What's going on, Internet? Punky Pam, Joel Gillett, Carson Anderson, Jennifer J. Sarchicino, Jadron Aquatics. What's up, Internet? What's going on? Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hopefully you survived the 4th of July with all of your fingers, toes, nose, eyes, and hair. I managed to survive by the skin of my teeth hair. As you guys can see, I'm wet. I'm moist from the shower. Had to take. It's so hot out. I had to take an extra shower today because it's so hot out. It's still 85 degrees. Still 85 degrees. Oh, Patrick's Mr. Waterboxes himself. What is going on, my man? How you doing? It's still 85 degrees out for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's still pretty warm out there. Oh, I got my thing turned all weird here. Yeah, sorry about that. We managed to keep the dog safe throughout all the dog panic attacks over the evening, so she seems to have come out unscathed with minor PTSD. I don't understand how people could hang out in the in a war zone like that and just exist at all. I don't know. That's crazy. We got up this morning and I headed out early to work, and it was smoky. The whole town of Tacoma was smoky. It wasn't fog. It wasn't anything like that. It was smoky out. Which is, I don't know. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good for the environment. I don't know if it is very good for the environment. I guess it's kind of fun to have this little thing come popping up here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Patrick's saying the reef's looking good. I would say the reef looks like it's running. I wouldn't say that it looks good yet, but it is good that it is running. So that is a definite positive for sure. I'm happy to say that it is up and running, and everything is going fairly well so far. I'm still running a kind of a startup filter on it to try and make sure and keep anything from going out of whack in the meantime here. And then tomorrow we'll be setting up the skimmer and stuff, so that will be some of the stuff in the live stream for tomorrow. Oh, Reef and Live Bearer Aquatics is here. Hey-oh! Tomorrow we'll be setting up that skimmer, getting that going. I didn't shoot any video today because, honestly, I had kind of a hard day today, so I was just having a little quiet time to myself and just trying to get an opportunity to observe some of the fish behavior that is going on in the 240 right now. A quick update, I did move all of the cherry shrimp to the sump so they would not be eaten, which took a couple minutes, but it's basically me netting shrimp and moving them down. And then I did not a big water change. I did a water change on the 240, which is fairly uneventful considering I think most everybody has done water changes, so I didn't videotape that either. So, but I definitely got some video coming up for sure. Tomorrow, in regards to the 240, we'll be doing a bit of an update on that also, along with hooking up the skimmer and stuff on the reef. Then I have to test fire probably on Friday my reef controller and see if I can't get everything to work properly. Reef and Live Bearer Aquatics, speaking of reefs, just got 7 polyps of orange Tyree Rainbow Zoa for $15. That is a pretty good deal. $2 a polyp. $2 a polyp is a damn fine deal. That is a good deal. Luckily, if hopefully they're in good shape. I know sometimes when a deal is so damn good, you just never know. You just never know. Hopefully they're good. But some news here in the local news would be that one of our local stores has gone up for sale. I found that out on the Craigslist the other day. So I've been talking with that guy a little bit. I don't know if I don't think it's the numbers make sense for me to even make an offer to the guy, because I don't have money right now to do anything along those lines. But I'm gonna see if I can't work out something with him in regards to some of the stuff that he's got going on. So that might be big news. It might mean nothing, and it might mean nothing at all. But it also might mean that there might be a new store owner coming up at some point in time, and we'll see how it works out. I'm not going to mention the store because it doesn't really matter which store it is, but kind of sorry to see the guy go out if he's no longer wanting to run a store anymore. But hopefully it will make a good thing coming down the pipe. Rurutu is saying make him an offer he can't refuse. Oh, for the family. The family's going to make you an offer. Like I said, I don't have the money to even make him an offer that wouldn't be an insult at this point in time. I've pretty much we dumped most of our money into this house and everything that we're doing right now in regards to this, and we're going to stick to our current plan. I guess if I win a lottery ticket or something like that, maybe I should have bought one today, because I think today's the lottery. Well, I didn't buy one, so that's not happening. But maybe if something weird happens, I don't know, and maybe there's a possibility of something happening. Who knows? But like I said, if there's an opportunity that maybe he's going to part out some stuff and maybe sell some things or something like that, he's gonna keep me posted if he's going to do that. Otherwise, like I said, I don't have the money to make any kind of offer that wouldn't be an insult at this point in time. So, I mean, $500 cash, which would just be ultimately an insult. And I just don't have the line of credit with the bank anymore now to make any kind of pull out any kind of big crazy amounts of money. So that it's just probably something that's not going to come down. But it's like I said, it's just kind of sad to see anybody going out, especially a local store owner or whatever, regardless of the circumstances. Either way, it just kind of sucks. Oh, Big Pedro, what's going on? Let's see. I'm checking through the chat here if I can read it. Aquatics, he even was aware they are orange rainbows. No idea why a 2 polyp. Freaking out. I'm trying to hold on a second. Whoa. Oh, oh yeah. So he knew what they were. He just that is a really good deal, especially if he knew what they were. Also picked up an 8 polyp of green people eaters, 10 polyp neon green, aka kryptonite candy cane, and an acid tongue lepto. Well, that's probably why. It sounds like you bought a big group from the guy. That typically that's kind of going to be your best deal situation if you can find somebody who's selling a bunch of frags and come in and go like, hey, I want to buy a bunch. 3 polyp everlasting gobstoppers. Yeah, those are about $5 now. I don't know. The new Zoas come on the market and people want an outrageous amount of money for them. Just wait a couple months and they'll really drop down once every person out there is trying to grow them out. They'll come up for sure. Number 2, if I had lottery money, I wouldn't buy a fish store. I wouldn't buy a fish store, but I'd buy all the stock. That would be the good deal. Would be to buy all the stock of the store. Maybe not to open a store, but buy out all the stock from the store and put it in a giant aquarium, and then swim around in there with my scuba gear on and probably a GoPro on my head or something, and then just upload it to YouTube all the time with just bad jazzy background music would probably be, I think apparently people love that. Oh, everything came from the store you work at. Okay. Well, that's a great deal, man. I'm glad to hear it. Definitely came from a store and stuff. Actually stopped by a store the other day. Was that yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday, and had to refuse. Had to refuse my urge to just buy things just because I wanted to buy them, which is always difficult. It's difficult when you get into the reef hobby because you're like, oh, it's collectoritis time. But they didn't have any coral there that I really wanted, but they I thought they had mislabeled a shrimp, and I was just gonna buy it, and then I realized that the label was somewhere else, so they knew what it was. But I was like, dude, I'm gonna buy that shrimp for $10. But I found the tag. It was in the wrong spot. Jennifer's internet keeps freezing. Well, that is crazy frustrating. Or maybe it's just me talking weird. It could be me. Like I just get real still. And then I keep talking. Oh yeah, we're at the 10-minute mark here, you guys. So I got to do the little advertising thing here with the air quotes. Advertising. 3 ways to support the channel. The first one is to super chat whatever your contributions are down here. I'm thinking about restarting the Patreon page and just uploading to there from now on. I'm not 100%, but it's a thought that has crossed my mind. But that's the first way that you guys can do that is you guys can either super chat directly here, or you can go to the Patreon page and chip in on there if you like, because I want to get rid of all the advertising. I don't want any advertising around ever again. And as Patrick just said, super chatting makes you a good person, at least for a week. For at least a week. The second way to support the channel would be to go to darkstararts.com, which is my website. There's no malware or anything weird on there, but click through the Amazon banner, then go buy nylons, machine screws, and old pine cones, and put all 3 of those together, and you'll probably make some kind of crafty thing that you could give to your mom for Mother's Day or Father's Day or whatever day you want to give it to her. And then I guess the third way is, like, share, subscribe, do all that horse shit that you all should probably know about by now if you've been watching YouTube for longer than 5 minutes. It seems to be in every video, and so I'm supposed to say it right. Hit the like button and then hit the subscribe button and blah 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 whatever. Y'all get it. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what time it is. So I'm gonna actually run through some of the questions for this week, and I gotta click the thing over to the other thing. Reading. Ruben was asking. Well, it's a long question, but I'm just gonna do the bottom part here. And thought, so he said he was just listening to you and thought, why don't you do podcasts just for listening on the go? Thanks. That is one of the goals here that I have to do, is to start doing a podcast regularly. But honestly, we need to hit a funding mark in order to be able to do that, or I don't know, some kind of sponsorship from something that has nothing to do with anything that I would care to ever have anything bad to say about it, which is a very, very short list. Maybe like REI or some kind of like beef company. Maybe a beef company, REI, or maybe any rock climbing gear company. But I don't think we would appeal to any of those guys, would we? So I doubt we'll ever get a sponsor, because I'll probably never agree to any kind of crazy sponsorship deal. So it really comes down to funding to be able to do the podcast, because I basically need to free up enough time out of my day. Oh, Big E's is here. What's up? And I need to free up enough time out of my day to really get into being able to do full production. So we're either going to have to sell my soul to somebody and make some big money here at some point in time, which the summer has been very busy. I've been booked, and I'm just doing my best to get saved up for the winter. Now, either we get some kind of fan funding thing with it going or whatever, or we're just all going to have to wait until January for that to come around, when it's real slow because it's cold outside. So either way, I'm going to get to it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen one way or another. Either we'll just have to wait a long time, or we just got to, I don't know, get some kind of fan funding thing going on, I think is realistically the best way to go, because I don't really want to be tied down to any company that wants me to say things about how good their products are or how bad their products are. So it's not that's not something that's high on my list. I haven't really gone down that road or anything like that. But, yeah, that is on the plan to keep going. Let's see here. Oh, Potato just messing with me. Okay. Oops, wrong mouse. I gotta go to the other mouse. Luke's Aquatics was asking about an Amtrak train that crashed in Tacoma. It derailed. Luke, don't worry. It just fell off the tracks. Some people bumped their heads. No one died. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. I'm trying to read. Howard was asking, is that manzanita? If so, where'd you purchase it? I live in an area with 3 independent shops that do not carry branch wood, and of course, local fish store, which are sad. Any advice on where to purchase? I've looked online, but when they say pictures are not of actual pieces, worries me. We've been over this before, guys. I wonder who in the chat here knows who I'm going to recommend, but it's definitely going to be manzanita.com. Put that in, and Manzanita Burl Works down in California. You have to call them in order to order, so it's a bit of a pain, and a lot of people don't. I've heard recently a lot of people don't like to call in their order, but call them and put in your order. It's well worth it. He'll send you out an awesome box of wood that has been cleaned and baked and all that kind of stuff and is ready to go into your aquarium. That is definitely a big part of it. Rally Mad Boy was saying, I love the video. Please do more shorter videos, because I find videos over 15 minutes long I just don't watch. This is something that I wanted to bring up while I was here on the live stream and not doing it on the short videos. But I don't know. I'm about this close to sidelining making these short videos. I don't know. I wanted to put together a poll, and then I realized, like, no one ever really does a poll. If you post it up, I mean, people will click on it or whatever. But I wouldn't really get necessarily any kind of real reaction from people. But just looking through the simple analytics, you guys don't watch the short video very much, the foreshortened version. So I was really wondering if anybody thinks what your opinion is, if I should keep that going or if you just seems kind of useless to be doing that. It's realistically, it's eating up enough time for me to go, I don't know if this is worth it or not. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. If you really like it or not, if you don't like it or if you don't care. I'd really like to hear it either way. So I'd like to know what you guys all gotta think. Big Pedro says beef. It's what's for dinner. Dun dun dun. Reef and Library Aquatics is like 25 a polyp. That's something stuck in my teeth. So I know it's typical that on the 4th of July that you would, that a lot of people do they do their grilling on the 4th of July. But I didn't do any grilling on the 4th of July. In fact, we made quiche. We made a bunch of quiche because I had made some slow roasted pork a couple days earlier. We needed to use that up, so we made quiche. Now today, I did a little grilling. Now this is the most baby of grilling. All I did was grill up some brats. But man, brats are delicious. I got to admit. I love the brats, man. It's just bread and mustard and meat. You know what I mean? You just can't hate that. You just can't hate that. Of course, you know, I made a big spinach salad with pears and strawberries and a light vinaigrette, which, of course, you got to have your roughage. You know, if you're going to eat something like brats, you definitely got to have some roughage. So I got to do a little bit of grilling today, even though it was 100 million out again, 100 million degrees again, which is, you know, it's summertime. It's to be expected. Let's see here. Eddie West says he likes them both. He likes both the videos. Jennifer J. Sarcino says you like both, you watch both, but I do like them for if I miss the live stream. Okay, so if you miss the live stream, it's good to be able to just watch the quick one. K-While, you watch the shortened versions, ... trailed off. Okay, got it. Carson, I like and watch both because the video is nice. I don't always pay attention during the live stream. Agreed. Yeah, I can definitely get that. Patrick's Aquatics, making those shortened videos probably takes a while. Seems like if you just took a minute-long video of the tank with or without commentary, it'd be good for people who want to keep up with your tanks. Yeah, that's definitely it's definitely a possibility. The only problem is I would have to make music for just a straight video, which does take a good amount of time. But all right, yeah, I get where you're going there. I get where you're saying. Analytics on those vids would appear weird. I would have thought the value in them would be when people want to catch up with you if they can't keep up to date, which would keep people engaged. So their value would only come apparently over, say, 3 months and over. Yeah, it's a possibility that people might catch up to them later. I think realistically, realistically, looking at the analytics of the older like live streams and other stuff now, if stuff on my channel gets a month old, it doesn't get watched. It just really doesn't. So I don't think that it's going to be going one way or another, or counting on it to show up one way or another is really a good thing. I don't think it's great to try and lean on old stuff that I made a long time ago either. So I wouldn't try to lean on the old stuff showing up. I do like making them, so there's a positivity to that, but it just doesn't seem like that many people watch them, honestly. I don't know why, but I was just trying to get an idea of what that was, if y'all liked them or not, or if you just thought they were kind of stupid or whatever, because it was just, it is taking up, like I said, it was taking up some of my day, but I like doing them. And, honestly, if they were getting like as many views as the live stream, then I would think like, oh, hey, maybe it's just definitely worth it, because there are a lot of people that don't like the long format of this. Even though I like doing the long format, I'd rather do the long format than anything else. Honestly, these live streams and stuff like this are going to get longer as time goes on, because I'm going to be able to keep building them up. We'll probably be getting some guests at some point in time. I know I have a couple of people on the books to even come on and do kind of 2-person and 3-person ones as we move along here towards the future. Joel Gillett, analytics is his life career. Jennifer wants to come over for dinner. Well, I can't answer that question. You'd have to ask Victoria that. That's not really my department, you know what I mean? So, but I was really wondering if people really wanted / needed those short versions. Mainly just see what the fans say, see what you guys say about it. We'll probably hear, maybe some people will post on it or not. Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah, well, either way, it's a pretty short live stream tonight. I know I don't have a ton of stuff to talk about, but I just wanted to check in, answer some questions, and let me double check if I have other questions. No, everything else I'm gonna just be emailing back, so nothing else to answer in the live stream. Yep. Well, and on that topic, the stream does work well as a podcast. My screen's off most of the time now that you're on YouTube Red. Yeah, I think there's a reality that I definitely do want to do this more as a podcast format, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm uploading the video when I do it for this portion. I know that when I start doing podcasts and start talking about other things that are going on, that video isn't going to be as important in regards to me just talking about stuff. Won't really require having to do the video, but I feel like it's really important for me to do the video portion and stuff. If I'm putting this up on YouTube, I'll probably be putting the podcast stuff up on Patreon or something like that, just so that people could get on there and listen to them all if they want. I'll probably be reading. So the podcast stuff, just to give you guys a bit of a heads up for the people that are actually here, is going to be a real wide variety of stuff that I'm going to be working on the podcast format, all the way from like poetry and writing to politics and nonsense, to automotive stuff, to probably a bunch of fish tank stuff too. So that is going to be a kind of open format so that I can talk about other things. I know that if it's stuff that I'm going to do that I'm going to make a video, I'm going to probably end up putting that up on YouTube. But we'll see how that goes as time moves along. If it's worthwhile to just put the videos privately on YouTube and then just post them up on Patreon that way. And then I can, once they're out of date, then I can publish them on YouTube at a later time. But I think that is the plan. Joel Gillett's interested in that. The range of subjects you should bring me on as a guest. I would definitely do that. We're gonna see how well the kind of Skype stuff or anything like that does work. It seems to not work that well from my experience, but it is possible that we could do a pre-recorded thing. That is something that we could be that I'm planning on working on doing with certain people. Is just you know, put a few things in the can and then post them up there or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out exactly how that's going to work with long distance guests. I don't have a real good solution, considering Skype is only so at this point in time. But we've come up on the half an hour mark, and no super chatters tonight, so just say thanks to everybody for coming out. Thanks for your likes and your subscribes and your shares and all that good stuff. Throw it up on the face page and the Twitter and whatever and all that kind of nonsense and blah blah blah. Like I said, this would be a short Wednesday version of me just covering some questions here that needed answering and a couple other things that were going on. Extra thanks to World of Wet Pets for the hookup on some cool reef stuff for sure, and thanks to the Wet Spot for some crazy ass fish that we're going to talk about tomorrow. The killifish that I got are quite the characters, so we'll be going over that. We'll definitely be talking about the apistos and all that stuff that's going on in there, because they have managed to survive the onslaught of the monster killies that are in there. So thanks everybody for coming out. Have a great, fantastic Wednesday. Oh, and one thing I wanted to hit up, and I did post this on Facebook, and a lot of people were kind of incredulous to me about it. I was reminding people to lock everything up extra well tonight, so make sure that your car windows are rolled up. Make sure that things in your yard are secured that you don't want taken by somebody else. Your garage is locked up and all that kind of shit. Today is a huge day for thieves to be stealing shit. Everybody is tired. Everybody was up late. Everybody is, not me, but most people are. Not only are they tired, they're probably hungover. Their stuff is kind of a mess from a bunch of people being over yesterday. Today is a great day for people to steal shit from you. So lock everything up. Make sure everything's secure before you go to bed tonight, because you're probably not going to wake up when if somebody's like breaking in to whatever. But yeah, just be cognizant of that. It's really warm out tonight too, so in my area, and yeah, so be something definitely cheering it down with something heavy. Today's just a really popular thievery and breaking and stealing stuff day. People steal cars, people steal whatever. Romeo might come and steal your soul. Oh, Taped Aquatics, what's up? Coming in right at the end. Thanks for rolling in and saying howdy. Chain everything down, order something heavy. But yeah, Jennifer, someone will break into your trailer again, is what I'm saying. I'm saying that today is a very thief-heavy, criminal kind of enterprise evening. Is definitely that kind of night. But just stay safe out there, and lock up your daughters, lock up your wives, all that good stuff. But thanks everybody for coming out. Great to chat with you, and I'll be back tomorrow with video and whatnot. We'll be doing the messing with the skimmer and messing with the 240 again. So everybody have a great night tonight. Stay safe out there. Where's that button? Oh, gonna go find that button. Later.